Hey there, today I'll be showing you how to draw a bomb from the Angry Birds movie. So I'm going to start by drawing in the eyes, and what they are basically ovals. So on the left, I'm going to draw it slightly angled this way. So starting from the top, I'm going to draw a nice big oval. Again, a little bit sloped, so it's kind of this way, it's not horizontal. I'm going to draw the pupil down on the bottom inside edge. So down here I'm going to draw a circle. It's a tiny circle. And in the center here, I'm just going to draw a little black dot. Let's go over to the right side and draw the same thing, but just flipped over. Again, we're going to draw the oval sloped slightly this way. Starting from the top, go to the inside, down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. From here, I'm going to draw in the pupil down here on the bottom, and I'm going to pull it in towards the center slightly. A little circle, and then a little black dot inside. I'm going to draw some eye bags just coming down along the bottom edge here. So on the inside left side, I'm just going to draw a curve coming down. And on the right, I'll draw the same thing. From here, let's go ahead and draw in the eyebrows. So on the left side, I'm going to have it sagging down above the eye, and on the right, it's going to be raised up higher, just to give them some expression. So on the bottom side here, I'm just going to draw a curve going just above the eye on the left side. So curving up. And then over here on the inside, I'm just going to draw a straight line going up. And on the outside, I'm going to draw a straight line going up, but slightly longer than the inside. Let's go ahead and connect those 2 points with a curve. Curving up. Now on the right side, I'm going to have this curve of the eyebrow going the opposite direction. So curving up above the eye. So I'm going to imagine a line curving, connecting these two eyebrows, leaving a little gap here, curving up above the eye. And then on the center here, again, I'm going to draw a short line in the middle. And on the outside, I'll draw a slightly longer line. I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve. Okay, so now that we got that, let's draw in the eye patch, or the eye socket that goes around the eyes. So basically, stepping in on the left side here, I'm going to draw a curve coming down below this eye and then connecting with the inner part of that eyebrow. So starting here, come down and swoop right up into that eyebrow there. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. So starting on the inner edge, curve down underneath the eye, we'll curve up and just connect to the eyebrow, leaving a little bit of an overhang on the outside here. Let's go ahead and draw the beak. So the upper edge of the beak, I'm going to start on the outside, just below these eye patches, coming up and then coming into a little curve at the top. Starting on the left side here, I'm going to curve up, round out the top, and then I'm going to come back down and then go out towards the right side. Now from here, I'm going to connect those 2 points, but I'm going to come in towards the center point here, just right of center. So coming across this way, I'm going to put a little point there. Connect this point to that center with a curve. And then from this point, I'm going to curve up and to the right side. Let's connect these 2 points on the outside of the mouth with a big curve that swoops down for the lower jaw area. Starting on the left, I'm going to curve down and then curving back up towards the right side. Okay, now that we have that in place, we're going to go ahead and just block in the body. And basically the body is big, one big sort of circle. Starting at the top, this is where the hair wick kind of comes from. I'm going to draw what looks like a W up here above the eyes in the middle here. So drawing a little W like that. Okay, so this is like sort of like the fur detail. From the outside edge on the left, I'm going to curve down above the eye and swooping out towards the left. On the right, I will do the same thing. So swooping out towards the right. Now from here, I'm going to curve these downwards towards the sides of the arms. So from here on the left, I curve out. On the right, let's go to the right side and just balance this out and just curve out towards the right. So nice and big. From here, I'm going to do a few little hair tufts alongside as I come down. I want to sort of imagine the body as a big circle like this. Okay, so I'm going to put my finger along the bottom, where the bottom of the torso would be. From up here, I'm going to curve up and in. And I come back down. So this is where we start to put in some little hair tuft detail. Going back up and then back down. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So coming up, curving down, coming up, and then curving down. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and step in and draw the lower part of the body before I block in the arms, because these points here actually join in with the arms. So stepping in on either side, again, like imagining a big circle here. I'm going to step in on the left and do a big curve coming down, going up for some more hair, going down again. And again, I'm just sort of aiming towards my finger as I do these little hair tufts. Coming down, and then from here I'm just going to come down towards the bottom with a nice even curve. From here, I'm going to work my way up towards the right. So I'm going to step in on the right side and basically do the opposite. I'm going to go up, draw one hair tuft, coming down, and I'm again aiming towards that point there, going up, and come down here, maybe do one more just to kind of offset it so it's not equally balanced. And I'm just going to connect that to the bottom there. From this point, I'm going to draw that little light gray belly patch in the center here. So I'm going to start just below the jawline here, curving out towards the left and coming in. And again, I'm doing this little step detail like I did with the side of the fur here. So going out, coming in. And I'm aiming down towards this side of the body. I'm going out and coming back in. And from here, I'm just going to curve and just join in with the body. Let's go and do the same thing on the right side. So going out and back in, draw another hair tuft going out, back in. Now I'm going to try to work my way around to the side on the right and just pull this back in this way like that. Now that I have that, let's go ahead and draw in some arms. So the arms are pretty simple. So down here, I'm going to have the arms sort of hang down pretty low. So on the side here, I'm going to draw one little hair tuft just to start this off like that. Come down the side of the arm, one long curve, going back up. Again, I'm aiming towards the fingertip here. Coming down again, back up. So you see I'm just sort of curving as I go along. Now with this curve here, I'm going to imagine this is one finger. I'm going to overlap another finger on top. So going up here, just doing an overlap with a curve, and then curving up and in. Up here, this is the one finger here. I'm going to go into the thumb. So I'm doing the opposite curve in the opposite direction, and then curving up and just tucking that in underneath the body. Let's go ahead and do the same arm on this side. So starting this off with a little tuft of hair, I'm going to do that one big curve, coming down the side of the arm and back up. We're going to work our way down here. I want to make sure that I have the arms at the same length on either side. Going up, let's work our way into that first finger line here, doing an overlap to the first index finger, curving up and in. So it gets a little bit wider as we come up. Now we're going to do an overlap for the thumb, and we're going to curve this right underneath the body there. But let's go ahead and draw in the leg first. So the big tufts of fur on either side of the body. So over here, I'm going to just come down and back up. I'm just basically doing like almost like a half circle with fur detail. Coming up like this, coming down again, and again you can see that I'm just working my way along in one direction like this. Coming across like that, and now I'm going to go up. I'm going to do one tuft of fur coming straight down, and then I'm just going to curve into the bottom of the body like that, just to finish it off. Let's go ahead and draw the right side. So I'm going to start on the inside here, coming down and up. So I'm just mirroring what's happening on the left side. Going up, going down, again doing some more fur, working my way up, and this is going to get tucked in underneath that arm like that. Let's draw in the legs and the feet. So there's these two ankles that come down. So on either side, right here, I'm going to draw two lines spaced out evenly. From here, I'm going to draw in the toe that goes inwards. So the toe, there's one toe that faces in, and then three toes that face out. So I got that curve. It's going to curve down towards the first toe. I'm going to wrap this around, and you can see that it gets a little bit tighter as I get towards the inside of the foot. Let's do an overlap. So right about here, I'm going to overlap another toe. Go up here and draw on the third toe, and then just pull that right in to that line there. Let's go ahead and draw the same thing on this side, just flipped over. So starting with two lines spaced out like that. Starting with the toe that faces in with a curve. Now we're going to curve down for the first toe and pull this back up so it gets a little bit tighter in the inside of the foot. Come up here, do an overlap for the second toe, and then up here for the third. I want to pull that right into the ankle there. The final detail is the little wick that sits up on top of the head. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on this top of this point here, curving up and toward the left. Go to this point here and go up and towards the left. And we're making this a little bit longer because we want to pull this line down this way now. So over here, I'm going to pull an angled line coming down. Up here, I'm going to do the same thing. Now, in between these 2 points, I want to connect those 2 points, but I'm going to do it with a little zigzag like that. From here, we want to draw the little tuft of fur that kind of looks like the spark. So up here, I'm going to go out. On the bottom, I'm going to go out. So it kind of flares out on both sides. And I'm just going to work my way in and start to do these little fur zigzags that go across like that. And then finally, I'm just going to pull that in to complete that point. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Bomb from the Angry Birds movie. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.